marking the highest minimum wage in the nation's history. We are building Jamaica.
The time by the office of the Prime Minister is...
It's 2 minutes after 9.
You're inside the Consumer Hour with Nora Gay Banton.
Good morning to you. It is Friday. It's Friday, September 12, 2025. We're officially 1 week away from my birthday. Yes, my birthday is next week, Friday, September 19. All right, guys, so mark the date in your calendars. Good morning to you if you're listening on the 90 FM band, 90.3, 90.5, 90.7, and 90.9. Thank you so much for joining us on your radio. We appreciate your company there. If you are listening and watching on our YouTube channel, top of the morning to ya. The channel is nationwide. Excuse me. Nationwide 90 FM Live 2. That's Nationwide 90 FM LIVE with the number 2 right beside that. All right. So go on over there and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Saying good morning to Hugh Donaldson, who I'm seeing first in the YouTube chat this morning. Pansy Bryan, good morning to you. Roger Smart, top of the morning to you. Monique Hunter, good morning. Oh, Roger Smart said Sunday is his birthday. That's September 14. Happy birthday when it comes. Roger Smart won't be on air, so he won't get to tell you happy birthday on your birthday, but happy birthday when it comes. Monica Callum, morning to you as well. Ryder 40, good morning. Corrine, good morning to you. And all the others over there on YouTube who are watching, but you don't necessarily like to comment, but you did it. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us on the YouTube platform. If you're listening from our mobile app, which is available for free on the Google Play and the Apple App Store, good morning to you. And those listening from our website, revonews.ai, good morning to you. Remember, guys, go on over to our brand new website. It's Revo, R-E-V-O, news, News.ai. When you search that, you'll see our new website. I encourage you to go onto the site and register. When you register, you will have access to different features. And one of them, an exciting new feature on our website, is the Ask AI option, where you can, just like you do with ChatGPT and all the other AI platforms, you can ask it anything, literally anything, and it will provide an answer to you. And one exciting feature of that is the response will come to you in Cliff's voice. So go on over to the website and you can register, use the AI feature. And of course, everything else is on the website. The news is there. You can watch the YouTube live stream from there as well. And you can listen and lots of other stuff. Go on over there and explore our new website. It's Revo, R-E-V-O News, revonews.ai. All right. So if you are, thank you so much for joining us on all those platforms. Appreciate your support each and every day. I want to say good morning to my TikTok peeps, people over there watching me on my TikTok live. Thank you as well. Andrew, what's up? Morning to you, Andrew. And everybody else, Danny Hamilton, morning to you. Everybody over TikTok, big up on yourself every time. All right, so this morning, it's a Friday morning. It means we have for you this morning JPS Cares.
The hour between 9 and 10 is brought to you by JPS, powering what matters.
And vibes, and through it Let's keep our shine alive.
From the market to the factory floors, from the hillside green to golden shores.
We're reaching heights, our energy that lights the sky.
JPS, powering what matters.
All right, and inside JPS Cares this morning, we will be joined by Ruthlyn Johnson. She is Customer Service Area Manager for the East at JPS, and we're talking about EVs this morning, electric vehicles, the way of the world, slowly but surely. Soon, there'll be very, very few, fueled gas-fueled vehicles. We're gonna be EVs all the way pretty soon, and JPS has been leading the charge with that for quite some time now, and Ruthlyn is going to talk to us about their EVs. Good morning, Ruthlyn.
Good morning, Nora.
How are you? I am good.
Okay. We're talking together.
Yes.
All right, I'm great. And you're great.
And I am doing good. Yes.
Okay. So it's easy.
Yes. Electric vehicles.
It's all about EVs. Have you purchased one yet, or have you seen one?
Ruthlyn, I don't got no money, Ruthlyn.
All right, then you need to win one then.
But maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Who's giving away an electric vehicle? Is JPS giving away an electric vehicle?
We're going to encourage the competition so you can enter.
Yes, please. Thank you.
All right. All right, so we're jumping in?
Yes, go right ahead.
All right, so September 9, Tuesday, September 9 was recognized as a World EV Day. Where we got into the whole thing of the EVs in the world and what is happening across all the nations, across the globe that have gone EV.
Yes.
And of course, why should this matter to Jamaicans? Probably people are wondering. Well, it should matter because JPS is a part of the EV culture, and it means that Jamaica is a part of the EV culture. Because EVs really came about because we really are getting into shifting to cleaner energy goals. Because for those who may have been familiar with EVs, you know that there's no emission. If an EV is driving past you, you basically can't, you don't know that it's coming. When I'm driving the EV, I have to make sure that I remember that there's a horn on that vehicle, because you have to keep using your horn, because people don't necessarily hear you coming because it's very quiet. So there's no noise pollution. And then there's no emission. There's nothing coming out the muffler. So it's really about cleaner energy when you go EV. And of course, Jamaica is playing its role in supporting the adoption of cleaner energy across, which is happening across the world. So we are a part of the EV shift that is happening. And the celebration that happened on Tuesday was actually the 6th celebration. So that will tell you that we kind of need to catch up, because, some countries are celebrating having EV in their countries 6 years now, and we're just ramping up. We're getting there. We're ramping up. But we're happy to say we are a part of it. And that once Jamaica gets involved, the liquor bottle of our country probably soon take it away, right?
Absolutely.
That's going to happen. So it's really about a sustainable future for Jamaica. I mean, cutting down on emissions, definitely we don't want to have an atmosphere filled with smog and all that kind of thing. So we've joined the EV world, and we're going to be staying there. Now, you may be wondering, okay, great, we're there. So what is so exciting about JPS being a part of the EV technology, and what is it that makes us so unique? Because, of course, there are other players in Jamaica who are actually a part of the EV culture. Yeah. And I want to take this moment to just thank those who are, because the more the merrier, we say in Jamaica. So the more people who are on board, the better for our customers, because persons I know, one of the things that happens with some persons why they don't want to go EV is what we call range anxiety. People don't know, what's going to happen if the power supply in the vehicle runs out on me. I'm going to be stuck out in the bushes somewhere, and the car can't move, and then I'm in problems. Mm-hmm. So that is one of the main things I hear people talk about in terms of why they would not get an EV. But we're telling them that JPS alone we have over 39 public charging stations installed across this country, and we're expanding. We're located in shopping plazas, we're in city centers for your convenience, meaning we're in places where you can put your car to charge and go shop. So you work out your business. And remember, Nora, I'm always saying we need to be intentional and deliberate about what we do.
Yes.
So you don't just drive the car and then, you know, especially men, I know, I don't want to get too gender biased, but I know my brothers like to do this thing where the needle is right on the E and they're saying, no man, we can get about 30 more miles out there.
No, they don't know what they say, Ruthlin. Them say when the needle on E, don't worry, sometimes gas still in the car because it's just so they met the vehicle for warn you, but gas still in there. So them say. I know that us girls, we don't really take that chance. No,
in fact, most of my female friends don't let their car go below half tank.
Quarter is dangerous.
But definitely nobody's going below that. And of course, there's this school of thought, I don't know if it's true, that says that when you allow the gas tank to go down that low, then it starts to break up all the residue that's down in the bottom, and that can actually cause your car to not run properly. I don't know if it's true, but I don't test it. So we try to top up before we go anywhere down near that section of the needle.
Absolutely.
So what I want is for people to become deliberate about what you do. You know that your car, the electric vehicle, you know that your charge is at, say, 25%. Don't bother plan to drive, go to Ochi. Know that you need to go and get the car charged before you head out. And so we put it in the plazas and in the city centers and in all of these, you know, very, very comfortable locations or convenient locations where you can go get a drink, go to whatever. So you plan your day, okay, fine, I'm going to charge the car, so I'm going to stop at that plaza. So at that point in time, I'm going to buy the stuff that I'm taking to country to, you know, visiting my mom. And I know she likes a little snack or a cake or whatever it is. Right. You can go and do your shopping while the car is out there charging. And we have 39 public charging stations. And one of the beautiful things about our charging stations is that you can get from quarter on your battery to a full charge in less than 30 minutes. So don't be fretting that you're going to be there all day waiting. I know some persons might have been exposed to, let's say, the charger that you have at home, which is of a different power level, which means it may take 8 hours for it to charge. You put it on, and then when you wake up in the morning, it will be full and ready. But the ones that we have out on the roads, in the public space, they're not that one. It's a different level in terms of the power level is way higher, which means we understand that when you're out there, you are on the go, and we're not going to have you waiting at a charger for 4 hours. Right. So you can get a full charge in no time. Enough time for you to stop, have a drink, you know, do some shopping, whatever. That's how quickly you can get yourself charged up. So I'm saying all of this for persons to remember that range anxiety is not something for you to really worry about because we're here for you. Absolutely. And we're committed to expanding the coverage of our EV charging stations. So as they roll out, we'll be telling the public where they are. And I know it's break time. You
are absolutely correct. We're up on a break. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we have more JPS Cares for you.
Decorate and redecorate your space with water-resistant, colorful, and fast-drying paints from Edgechem Paints. The time by Edgechem Paints, changing lives 1 gallon at a time, is
9:16.
Guilty. Outperform, outlast. Guilty. With top performance. Guilty. Chakama. Reliable. Full stop, not comma. We have the expertise for drilling and demolition. We have the power tools for plumbers and electrician. Pan select tools, 3 parts and 3 repairs. 3 parts, 3 repairs. 2 to 3 years. Hilton. Available at Delta Supply, 106 Hagley Park Road. Call us at 876-302-6111-4. Delta Supply. We service what we sell.
Since 1995, we've been your go-to source for everything related to billiards, amusement machines, and electronics. With locations at 1A Lindsay Terrace, Kingston 10, and the Village Plaza, Big Bridge, Savannah Lamar, we offer top-quality pool table parts and accessories, cutting-edge gaming machines, and more. We also specialize in assembly, sales, and service of amusement machines. We provide unmatched customer service, expert solutions, and products tailored to your needs. Who are we? We are Eclipse Enterprise. Telephone 876-960-3891.
Good morning. You're back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. It's JPS Cares this morning, and we are joined by JPS's Customer Service Area Manager for the East, Ruthlyn Johnson. She's talking to us about JPS's role in the promotion and continued adoption of electric vehicles. And Ruthlyn did say before the break several times that JPS has 39 charging stations across the island, and they're committed to expanding that amount. And I'm sure, Ruthlyn, as electric vehicles become more popular, charging stations will become as popular as gas stations are.
Definitely.
Yes.
That's the plan. Because as persons, what we say, migrate to their EVs,
yes,
then the need will be more. And what it means is that you're going to have more people trying to get a charge. So you don't want to get a situation where I'm there waiting, a whole line of people are waiting to get a charge while somebody is, on for their 25, 30 minutes.
Right.
So we're going to have to put more in. But of course, it's going to coincide with the level of adoption from the public in terms of people purchasing
electric
their
vehicles.
EVs. And then we're also going to be rolling out. But we have a bunch of them out now, 39. And at this so far, we've not had any complaint where somebody's saying I went to a charging station and couldn't get a charge because somebody else was there. So at this point, it's great. And as I said before, there are some other charging stations. There's other players in the market, because we recognize that it is a growing market and people are actually migrating to it. And the thing is, I remember a guy drove an EV into my location where I'm not an employee, and his EV was so fascinating, Nora.
Mm-hmm.
People were like, wow. Like people are thinking that, yes, it's electric vehicles, so maybe it's not as fancy as, as the other cars that are on the market, the gas-fueled ones. But when that guy touched buttons here and there and the car started doing things and all kinds of dramatic things, and it self-parked, by the way, and that was the first time I decided to get the experience of self-parking. It's a little scary, but it did. It could self-park, and it did all the types of parking that you can think of with such an ease. It was just awesome to watch that steering just moving back and forth and doing its thing. And that was an EV with all the bells and whistles that you can find in any high-end vehicle that is out there. So it's not that EVs are any different from other vehicles. They are just as fascinating. They come with all the features that you want. It just depends on what your pocket can afford.
Right.
So going EV is not that you're doing a downgrade, if there's anybody who doesn't understand the whole EV mobility. So, it can be your next car. Just start looking into them, researching them, and seeing which one matches you, matches your pocket and your style. And get yourself on board, because JPS is here waiting to make sure that you get convenient charge anywhere you go. All right? Now, for those who may be wondering, so how do you actually get the charge? What do? You go up to a charging station. What? How do you put some coins in? How does it work? The first thing you need to do for us, for how ours work, is you need to download the Charge Lab app. So that's Charge Lab app. That's an app that actually facilitates you being able to connect to the charger when you go to the charging station. It is available on the Google Play Store or the Apple Store, which, of course, that's the way to go. Some persons might be saying, I'm not the digital type. But, get a family member who is into the excitement of digital technology to download the app for you on your phone. It's called the Charge Lab app. And then you create an account, as you do with most apps that you download on your phone. You create an account and you set up your profile. And when you set up your profile, it's able to track the stations, it's able to track the charges, it's able to track your payments. You're able to make your payments. Tracking the stations means you're here in Kingston, Nora, and you want to go to Montego Bay. It's able to show you on the map
where they are,
all the charging stations along your route to Mobile, and it shows you if there's one of them, let's say it's having an issue and it's not working, it's going to show you that one is not working. It's going to show you that this one is working. So you see in green the ones that are working, you see probably a little red dot for the ones that aren't working, but you're able to see where all the charging stations are across the country in terms of the route that you are taking. So you're covered. You know that, okay, fine, I can stop at this one in St. Anne, but next one is going to be my one. But then, of course, if you look on your screen and you see that you only have 30%, then it probably tells you that, okay, fine, I need to charge in Kingston at this one before I head out to the country. The thing is, you're able to manage yourself. So you set up your profile, you track your stations, you make your payments, and we call it charge and go because you're charging, you're paying, and you're on the go. When you get to the charging station now, you plug in your EV and you pay via the app. For those who may not want to use the app, there's something that we call an RFID card, which you'd have to go to. At this point in time, I know at the head office is where you get them with the team from the EV department. They will actually assist you to get what is called an RFID card that you can use to also make your payments, which would be like, like you have a credit card.
Okay. And you made that payment through the card, like on the charger itself. There's somewhere where you swipe the card or tap the card.
No, you make it. You add money to the card.
I see.
What I think of now? I think the toll people are
right. Yes. Like your toll tag. Yes.
Right. So you can do it that way, or you can do it via the app, where you can pay via the app as well.
Okay.
So it's, in my opinion, I think it's fairly convenient for how you can actually get yourself charged up with your EV when you're going about your merry way. Now, the maintenance of an EV, so you may wonder,
Before you move on to the maintenance, Ruthlyn, the cost for charging, is it standard at all stations?
It's the same across for our network.
For JPS's network?
It's the same. It's the same cost.
And what's that cost?
So I don't want to tell you any lies. But I know you can top up whatever you want to top up, and then that will give you the value in terms of how much you get. I can get the information, the specific information. If any of my team members are listening from that department, just send me a WhatsApp so during the break I'll look and see. Because I know, let's say you top up $20,000, and that can give you X amount of charge. But I'll tell you how much it is.
Okay.
When I finish with the call, I will either tell you later on, or I'll look if anybody sends the information to me.
All right, no problem.
I can tell you though that it is much cheaper
than gas.
It is way much cheaper than gas. So on average, charging an EV from 30% to 80% costs about $2,170 Jamaican dollars at this time, which is in comparison to a quarter tank of petrol. If you want to fill it up, that can range from 5,000 to say 10,000, depending on the fuel type and the size of the tank that you have. So we're talking minimal cost, really, at this point in time, which is really, really much cheaper in order to charge up an EV as against purchasing gas. And I know somebody who owns an EV, and he said he used to spend like $20,000 per month on gas. He's now doing only about $5,000 to $6,000.
Really? Per month?
Per month.
Whoa.
Per month. So, and I'm sure different vehicles will have
right.
Of,
yes.
Of in terms of how much they use and how much it will take to carry you from X point based on the efficiency of your battery in your EV and the general type of vehicle you're driving. But his vehicle, he says, he spends now only about $5,000 to $7,000 on gas per month as against $15,000. So do the math right there.
Very interesting.
Yeah. So I know, Nora, I can hear your brain shifting.
Yeah. It's just that, you know,
A possibility in the future.
in the future, the money, Ruthlin, the money.
I know the cost of it. But I'm sure I've heard of some of the sessions that I've been to where EV discussions are being held. I've heard persons saying, you know, we need to start lobbying government to bring down the price, the taxes and those things on them so that they can be a little more affordable to that person. So everybody can start really thinking realistically, I can own one. Because if the country is on that pathway to cleaner energy, then allow everybody to get in on the excitement.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Am I up on next break?
Not yet. We have about 3 minutes. You can go into the maintenance.
So I'll go into the cost and the frequency of maintenance.
Yes.
So those who may be wondering, how do you maintain an EV? You know, what's the cost? How does that work? How does it compare to a gas-powered vehicle? Here it is. EVs have fewer moving parts. When you open an EV, I always take it to schools, you know, when we're having like expos and that kind of thing. I take it to schools, and when I open the bonnet, they're always like, so where are these things?
Where is everything?
Where are the parts? Where are the parts of the car? Because really and truly, all you see in there is really the battery.
Yes.
You know, because the power, electricity charges up the battery, and then that's what keeps you going. There's nothing else in there, really. So there are no moving parts. So you don't have any oil changes, because there's no oil to change. There are no spark plugs in there. There are no transmission issues because it doesn't have any transmission system in there. So it means you have fewer breakdowns and less need for servicing your vehicle. So many EV drivers actually report that they only need one annual maintenance visit, and you know that is compared to 4 for our combustion vehicles.
Yes.
Because almost every 3 months we go and service our vehicles. And people, I do hope you're servicing.
You should, you should service your vehicle every
year. You should know, but I talk about intentional living.
That's true.
You cannot
That's
have
true.
the vehicle and don't service it. And by the way, for my female friends, your tires, I know we just like to drive the car and just have the tire. We just drive until the tires get bald or till them burst on us. It's really not cool, you know? Learn how to pump up your own tires.
Yeah.
And if you look on the door of your vehicle, it tells you how much. If you say you don't know how much to put in the tire, look on the door of your car. When you open the door and look right on that little part that locks into the vehicle, it's written on there how much your tires should be, how much air to put in them. So learn how to take care of yourself when you're out there, ladies. But EV drivers are reporting that one annual maintenance visit is what they need. Now think about it, one maintenance visit. And you and I know, Nora, if you go to those dealers with those vehicles to get them serviced, you know how much money we're talking.
An arm, a leg, and part of your kidney.
All your body parts. So the EV does not have you doing that. So you see, things are kind of balancing out. You spend a little more to purchase the EV, but then the gas.
Yeah, and the maintenance is less.
The charging up is so much cheaper, and then maintenance is so much cheaper. So it's kind of working out, you know, kind of. I know we're on break time now.
Yes, we are. So we're going to take another break. And when we come back, we'll hear more from Ruthlin. Ruthlin, I want to hear about the battery, you know, when you come back. You know, iPhones usually have, phones in general. Yeah, they have battery health. And as you use the phone, the battery health goes down. What's that like for an electric vehicle? We'll hear about that after the break.
Spectrum Insurance Brokers provides quality insurance coverage and risk management services. The time by Spectrum Insurance Brokers Limited, setting the industry standards, is...
It's 9:30.
Oh, Jamaica, eyes were built with fire, passion and vibes, and through it all there's a glow inside. Let's keep our shine alive.
From the market to the factory floors, from the hillside green to golden shores.
We're reaching heights, our energy that lights the sky.
JPS, powering what matters.
Good morning. You're back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I'm Nora Gay Banton. It's JPS Cares this morning, and we are on the phone lines with Ruthlyn Johnson. She is Customer Service Area Manager for the East at JPS, and she has been talking to us about JPS's role in the promotion and the continued adoption of electric vehicles here in Jamaica. JPS has been a part of that journey, I believe, since the very beginning, and they continue to do their part in ensuring that electric vehicle owners in Jamaica are in good standing and they're well supported. So Ruthlyn went on before the break to talk about the maintenance of an electric vehicle. So you can continue with that, Ruthlyn.
Right. So I know you asked a question about the battery.
Yes.
And it's a question that maybe some members of our listening audience may have.
Right.
Now, the research has said that an EV battery can last up to 10 years, and some people put it a little longer than that, but I'll go 10 years because it also makes the point that frequent charging can result in more frequent degradation of the battery.
Right.
So it depends on how often you do the fast charging, which is like what I call the public charging that we do, which is much faster than if you're at home.
Right.
But just like your phone battery, as you said, it can, it's degrading every time you charge it. But the thing is, you can get up to about 10 years out of a battery. And it depends also on the type of battery you have, the size of the battery, because, you have small batteries, you have batteries with more power. It depends on that. But we're talking lots of years, many years before your battery will go in comparison to, again, your combustion engine, the battery that you'll have, because that usually gives you maybe a year or two if that battery is like super good if you don't do much in terms of like traveling out of town. So the comparison is beautiful in terms of how much you can get out of your EV battery. Yeah?
Right.
Now, just generally, what are the major environmental benefits that EVs will bring to Jamaica? We have zero tailpipe emissions, which means much clearer and cleaner air. It reduces greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, and some persons may understand, that thing where the gases go up and they get trapped in the ozone layer, and then because of that, we're not getting the opportunity for it traps the UV rays up there, and so we end up being hotter down here. So you have reduced greenhouse gases going into the atmosphere. Then you have lower noise pollution, quieter streets. I don't know, in Jamaica we seem to love noise, to be honest, but I hope we shift.
On that point, though, Ruth, there's a con to the silence of the EV. I had a caller some time ago who is blind, and he says it's not the best thing for him, because when he doesn't hear the vehicle, when he hears the vehicle, it helps when he's crossing the road or so forth. When he's not hearing a vehicle, but there's a vehicle, that can, cause him to probably think there's no vehicle and step out. So I just use the opportunity, to implore EV drivers to utilize their horns, especially if they realize that there is a visually impaired person either trying to cross the road or close by, to just utilize your horns, because, of course, a visually impaired or a blind person will not hear the vehicle if it's coming or passing.
Wonderful point to make, and I did say it earlier that you have to use your horn a lot when you're driving an EV, because persons don't hear you coming. And definitely, I would hope that all my visually impaired persons, they have their canes, so you can actually see that they are visually impaired. But,
most of them do, yeah.
Right, so you're able to blow your horn so that they can hear you. And even so, if there's anybody, because not only visually impaired, but persons kind of, some of us are just caught up in our...
a little bit too absent-minded on the road,
yes. And they kind of be wandering into the pathway. You just use your horn. I use the horn a lot when I'm driving the EV, because I'm aware that nobody is hearing me.
Yes.
So I know they don't hear me coming, so I use the horn a lot. So we're talking lower noise pollution, which means a quieter environment, so people can think. And then it helps to shift Jamaica away from the reliance on imported fossil fuels, because you need those fossil fuels in order to get fuel, different forms of fuel from them, the gasoline and whatever that we use to power our vehicles. So it would mean, you know, we would reduce the reliance on those imported fossil fuels, which means we cut down on how much we're spending or foreign exchange on, and it just means, you know, more economically for us.
Right.
Now, as I said earlier, significant cost savings can be made from purchasing an EV in terms of how much you pay for your charges against how much it takes to fill your tank. And then just generally, in light of climate change, going electric is a great way to make a positive impact on the environment. And I'm sure all of us would love to have our little contribution to that cause. You know, I am making my contribution by doing this. And maybe one way that you could do it is by having an EV. It all goes well for Jamaica's climate ambitions, and we are a country that takes part in anything that is good. We are into, you know, getting rid of plastics. We are making sure that we clean our beaches. Jamaica is on board. Because we're small doesn't mean that we are not influential and powerful, and we know our influence in this world in terms of the global space. And so we have joined the EV mobility movement, and we're going to take it to the next limit, and we ask everybody to join us on this journey. So yes, you might not be able to afford one now, but start thinking about doing the research and become familiar with it so that whenever you're ready, you get the one that's exactly suited for you, because we're ready to take care of you in terms of the charging. And I think that I know we're doing. We actually are working with JAGAS, that's the Jamaica German school.
Yes,
where
yes.
people learn to do engineering and taking care of vehicles. We actually partnered with them to have persons learn how to become, you know, like mechanics for EVs. So that you can have your maintenance crew. So we're building on the capacity in terms of the intellectual capacity on how to manage EVs and deal with them, their mechanics and all the other things that come with them as we expand into EV mobility in Jamaica. So we're doing all kinds of things to make sure that we're ready for you when you're ready for us.
Absolutely,
and that's
absolutely.
It for today.
It sounds great. There's a question in the YouTube chat. I don't know if you have an answer to that question, but I'll ask it just the same. Maybe you know where they can get an answer for this. The person is asking, why is there no duty concession on EVs?
Right. So that's the question that I can't answer, but I can talk to the team, the EV team, because they would have been in, you know, they're at that level where the discussions are happening, because it's a call that people have been making. Bring down the charges, the taxes, or the duties on EV so that we're able to afford them.
Yes.
So I can talk to that team and get the answers as in where the discussion is at, because there is a discussion going on.
Yes. Okay. Great. So maybe soon we will hear. And of course, I think it's because of the, I won't say novelty of it, but they're less popular right now. And when things are new, it takes a while for them to be integrated into certain aspects of things we do on a regular basis. So I guess eventually it will happen.
But it's growing very nice.
Absolutely.
There's so many days I'm driving on the road, Nora, and you see in front of you a car that has BYD.
Yes.
Those are EVs.
All of them, yes.
And then you have other types of EVs right now in Jamaica. Now people are driving their BMWs and their Benzes and, you know, which are EVs as well. But the BYD is the most popular of the lot.
Yes.
And anywhere you see a car in front of you that has BYD on it, it's an EV.
Electric vehicle. Yeah. If you go to AC Hotel, you'll see them very regularly. The charging station is right there.
Yes.
Yeah. So we have giveaways today?
Of course.
Absolutely. Great. Good. So we are gonna, I'm sure there are probably
1, 2, 3.
3?
I'll add one more to it and make it even. 2 for the telephone and 2 for the
YouTubers.
The online people, the YouTubers, right.
All right. So we'll do the 2 on the phone. Do we have anybody? Of course we do. They're lining up and they're waiting to answer the question. Dwayne is the first caller this morning. Good morning,
ma'am.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning to Miss JPS.
Good morning.
How are you?
Mrs. JPS. Good morning. I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm not as good as you, but I'm still good enough.
Oh, you know you're not as good as me. You listen to my voice.
You buy still, you know. You buy give it away.
Because what?
The way how you sound, give it away.
That's how I am, you know. I'm just happy once I wake up with my fingers and my toes and I know that I get another day. Me good. That's me. All right.
Yes.
So let me make you happy like me. I
Yes.
want you to tell me how is JPS trying to prevent persons from having range anxiety in Jamaica? So, those who own EVs or those who are thinking of getting one, there's something that they suffer from called range anxiety. What has JPS done to curtail that or to impact, positively impact that range anxiety that people may be having?
Okay. You're talking about, like, for instance, the clean hair, the tooting of the horn.
No.
You're going down the wrong part,
You're
Dwayne.
going down the wrong road, but I'm in a good mood, as I'm always. So I'm going to tell you, range anxiety is where you have a fear that your EV going to break down on the road on you because it's going to run out of the charge. The battery going to run out, and you're going to be lost in the middle of the wilderness, and you're on your own and the vehicle can't move. How does JPS prevent you? We're trying to prevent you from having that kind of feeling. What is it that we're doing to prevent that?
Okay. So that means you don't, for instance, if you're going on the road and you don't want to have that anxiety, so what you do, you top up in time.
Yeah, but
Just
what
support your
what is
5%.
JPS doing? The question doing is what is JPS doing to help those persons who have range anxiety? What is JPS doing?
What have we done for you? What have we done for you to prevent you from having that range anxiety?
Okay. So create the atmosphere that you can for instance, if you're or in terms of the gas, if you're having the gas, you would have if you're using gas, you have
All right, doing. You're still going down the wrong path. We're gonna have to try somebody else, and then let's see if you can whop it back.
I was trying to get Dwayne as happy as me,
Dwayne, I don't think Dwayne going down the wrong path. I don't think Dwayne getting it that time.
Continue listening. Somebody else might come up with the answer. And
That's
I want you
right.
to call back because I feel like I should give you something today, but boy, you're not giving me. If you didn't even give me something in the ballpark, but you're not going down the right road.
Not at all. All right, we're up on the break though, so let's take Kerry after the break.
Fill all your prescriptions, get cosmetics and other pharmaceutical items at Mannings Hill Pharmacy, located at 34A Mannings Hill Road, Kingston. Telephone 924-6280. At Mannings Hill Pharmacy, they stock all the hard-to-get medication. The time by Mannings Hill Pharmacy is
9:45.
All roads lead to Pop Fashion, 54 to 56 Barnett Street, Montego Bay. We're having a back-to-school special from now until September 12. Yes, from now until September 12, we stock all your back-to-school items. Seagull backpack with lunch bag, Seagull school shoes, and hardcover books. We also have white blouse and boys khaki suits. If you don't see what you want, ask for it or just run upstairs. We're open from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday to Saturday. Follow us at TikTok Pop Fashion or down to Pop Fashion, 54 to 56 Barnett Street, Montego Bay for great deals. Remember, special ends September 12. Pop Fashion, your back-to-school one-stop shop.
Good morning. You're back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I am Nora Gay Banton. It's JPS Cares, and we're joined by Ruthlyn Johnson. She is Customer Service Area Manager for the East at JPS, and we spoke at length about electric vehicles and how JPS is playing a role in the continued promotion, and as we continue to adopt the electric vehicle culture here in Jamaica, JPS is doing their part in that, of course, because electricity is in their blood, in their veins, in their name. All right. So we are giving away, some, are we giving away vouchers, JPS vouchers?
Yes.
All
yes,
right.
we are. But Nora, just before you go to the caller, I got information because we're one team, so I want to big up Kerry who sent me some information.
Good.
They read the cost.
Yes.
At this point in time, it's $60 per kilowatt hour, and she has advised me that the Charge Lab app, you can see the information, you can see the rates at different points in the day on the app itself. So you can actually see how much it will cost you to purchase, so you'll know how much kilowatt hours you can get based on how much you purchase. And she also made a point that the rates are cheaper at night.
Interesting. Why is that so?
It's a thing with electricity. If you do the research in the electric industry, you'll find that there are peak hour charges and there are off peak. So there are times when the rates can become cheaper. And
that's interesting.
So at nights, I guess you get cheaper rates, which is great. So you can charge at nights, and then you get cheaper rates.
Sounds good. All right, so it's $60 per kilowatt hour, and that gets cheaper in the night. So
in the night,
if you have
and you can see the rates on the Charge Lab app at different points throughout the day.
All right, and that's Charge LAB.
CHARGE LAB.
All right. So we're gonna go back to our giveaways now. Kerry is on the phone lines. Good morning, Kerry.
Good morning.
Are you ready for your question?
Morning, Kerry. I'm giving you
the same
question,
Oh, okay.
Same question, because Dwayne did not do it any justice. So, Kerry, it's what has JPS done to reduce range anxiety for our EV drivers?
By expanding the EV charging location across the island.
Thank you.
There we go.
By putting it in and then expanding it.
There we
go. It's
go.
called the Charge and Go, but definitely we're giving it to you. We have implemented a charging network across the country, and we're just expanding. Right now we're at 39, and we are expanding. Thank you so much. Dwayne, that was the answer I wanted. We have put the chargers in place so that you don't have to worry about where you're going to charge and how you're going to get your vehicle up and running and stay up and running as you go across the country to do your business. That's what we wanted, Dwayne. So you can call back for the next question. Thank you so much, Kerry. You're a winner.
Thank you.
Who else do we have on the phone line? Dwayne is back. Okay. All right, Dwayne.
Dwayne is back.
Dwayne is back. All right.
Dwayne, if you don't win this one, we're going to find you. Dwayne, tell me one environmental benefit that we get from driving an EV. One environmental benefit that the country gets from you driving an EV.
Nice pollution.
Huh?
Nice pollution.
That's not a benefit, though,
We get the nice pollution.
We don't.
No, you don't get any nice pollution.
Yeah, fix it up.
You don't get any nice pollution. Neither do you get any carbon come out of your TFT. So mess up the place in that sense.
I see.
Thank you.
All right.
But for the first part, it's not noise pollution we're getting. Remember, we reduce noise pollution.
Right, because noise pollution is a bad thing.
Pollution.
Right.
Okay, not.
Yes, all right.
But you know, they have the answer right now, or the first one you asked me.
Oh, jeez.
I'm so
I was looking at the people.
Congratulations, Dwayne. Thank you so much for coming back. I like the persistence.
All right, Dwayne, stay on the line. All right, we're going to go to YouTube now. And of course, our YouTubers have been answering the other questions, even though they were getting it wrong, Kadem said 36 charging station, and it's not 36, it's 39. So I don't know would I get it wrong. But yes, let's go to our YouTubers now.
So since our YouTubers can write their long answers, I want them to tell me give me some reasons why your EV maintenance is so much, it's so much easier than a gas-powered vehicle.
All right, YouTubers, that's your question. Are we looking for the first two people with an answer to that question, or is there another question?
Oh, you want me to drop the other question as well?
Yeah, man.
Questions, Oh, so that's one. And the next question is, when was World EV Day celebrated, and what number celebration were we having?
All right. When So for the first question, I see JJ saying no moving parts. And I
Anything
see
else?
Josiah Maynard says
not nor other.
exactly because a car must have moving parts.
Some parts must be moving in there.
Josiah says less moving parts. People are just giving, just one-liners. Donita Williams says no frequent
to the person with the specific things.
battery change, no frequent battery change. That's just a one-liner. CG answered the other question. CG said Tuesday, September 9th was World EV Day, and it's the 6th celebration.
All right, so that person is a winner right there. For
CG. So Shazri says service once a year. Guys, we're looking for like
That is
some.
correct, but why?
Yes, substantial. Yeah. All right. So here comes Katie Buello. Katie Buello says, unlike internal combustion engines, vehicles, EVs lack a complex engine, exhaust system, and transmission, eliminating the need for many common service tasks.
Read it again.
Unlike internal combustion engines, engine vehicles, EVs lack a complex engine. I guess he means, doesn't have a complex, engine, exhaust system, and a transmission, eliminating the need for many common service tasks.
Okay, I'll give it to Katie.
All right.
Katie. No oil changes, no spark plugs, no transmission issues yet.
Yeah.
All right, congratulations, Katie. And I don't know, is she giving away her prize this week as well?
I don't think so.
She started to give them away, I noticed.
Katie Buello and CG are our winners on YouTube today, and Dwayne and Kerry on the phone lines. That's all for the giveaways this morning. One of these days I'm going to run out of the studio and just call in and answer the question. Because
so your phone system is on the outside of the building, I see.
No, it's not on the outside, but just so that it's more authentic.
Your studio.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the building.
Because they're listening to Nationwide all over in here, So if I stay in the building, you're gonna hear about the radio in the phones. I have to come outside and then call. So one of these days, I'm gonna just disappear.
One day we'll just bring a question specifically for you.
Yeah.
With information that we did not share. And
Ruth Lynn. No, not with information you didn't share. Well, I'm sure that would be valued at about, like $20,000-$30,000 towards my JPS. Sounds great.
You're a partner,
I'll start studying. But that's all the time we have this morning for JPS Cares. I want to thank you so much, Ruth Lynn, for joining us this morning. Do enjoy the rest of your day and the rest of your weekend.
Have a great weekend.
You too.
Be safe and look out for those EVs in front of you.
All right. All right, so you too, Ruth Lynn. That's all we have for you this morning and for this week. It's Friday, which means we come back next week, Monday. We're going to make way now for Cliff Hughes Online.
The hour between 9 and 10 was brought to you by JPS, powering what matters.
That was the Consumer Hour with Nora Gay Banton. This is the World Championships Athletes Profile.